For centuries, we've been told that cleanliness is next to godliness. But what happens when a proverb is so powerful that we're willing to poison ourselves to uphold it? Many people think they need strong chemicals to clean their homes, but what they don't know is that many cleaners are a danger to our health.
Clean has to look a certain way and clean has to smell a certain way. So if you walk into a house and you smell Clorox bleach or you smell, Pine Sol smells, then you have a clean house. Clean actually smells like nothing.
The cleaning products cause two different types of issues in our body. It affects our immune system, so that's how our body fights against bugs, germs, disease, stuff like that. And it also affects our liver. Well, most of the products that you get through your system are the fat-soluble ones are absorbed through your skin. Any product that has a fume or a smell to it, you're absorbing through your mouth, which goes into your lungs, so it gets absorbed into your blood through your lungs. You don't think that you eat these products, but if you're washing with soaps and that's on your plates, you're still eating these products in your glasses and on your plates. Multiple chemical sensitivity, a new disorder that's come about by when your liver gets overloaded. So we get overloaded from toxins, hormones. You have an increased risk of cancers of certain types. You have free radical damage, which goes to cardiovascular disease, heart attacks, stuff like this. You can look at chemicals to do with allergies. You can look at chemicals to do with respiration disorder. And basically what people feel is they feel very tired, headachy, lots of migraine headaches, maybe increased allergies, stuff like this. There's a whole array of symptoms that they get, and it's from too many chemicals and your system can't handle it.
The way air fresheners really work are not necessarily to kill anything in the air. They actually react on your own system. One way is air fresheners actually contain chemicals that will coat the inside of your nose so that you can't smell what was stinking up your house and you were trying to hide. These fresheners are just chemicals that are actually being absorbed by you. I mean, think about it. You spray it, you walk through it, you smell it, take a deep breath. It's going into your system and affecting you and the way you register smells in the environment. Children are definitely more at risk of the impacts of being exposed to toxic chemicals, and it's simply because they are growing at a faster rate than obviously we are as adults. So if they're exposed to chemicals, the chemicals are absorbed into their system faster at a greater concentration.
Young children are more at risk, but also people who are at risk are those who are already weak and frail. Someone with migraine headaches are going to be more at risk because they're already showing symptoms of multiple chemical sensitivity.
Everything we use to clean our homes eventually will end up in the ocean. The definition of biodegradable is something that's really gotten a little skewed in our society. We tend to think biodegradable means safe. Biodegradable literally means to break down into something else. But now the problem is that some chemicals break down into other chemicals which are actually more harmful than the original chemical. So that something is biodegradable is not something people should use as an indication that it is green or friendly or safe. Now, one of the chemicals that is of growing concern are things called endocrine disruptors. Sometimes they're called gender benders or hormone mimics. There's research that shows that fish that live outside of outfalls are actually changing gender. So they have the sexual organs of both male and female, or the percentage of males in a species are becoming like out of proportion. Generally, it's a 50-50 split, and you'll find some species in and around an outfall that's completely out of whack, and it's because the chemicals are being absorbed by the animals and their bodies are treating it like it's an actual hormone. The reason we use a lot of these products, household cleaners and products to clean our homes, is that we have been told that this is what it means to have a clean house. And we've just bought into that, that you need these specific products for specific parts of your house. But if you actually looked at the containers for the products you're using, you'd find that pretty much they contain the same thing. Look at the label and tell me, what are the ingredients in there? And of course, there's absolute silence because there are no ingredient lists on these products. And I find that that is an incredibly powerful tool for people to go, well, why isn't there any of the information? And then they start to notice that most of the information on these bottles is first aid. Then they look at the symbols, and then there's the skull and crossbone. And I find that that usually gets their attention. All the chemicals that are in products have been tested by the government and are deemed to be safe by the government. Now, that's a whole other set of questions, is what kind of testing is done for these chemicals to be approved. Most of the time it's short term, and a lot of chemical problems that we're seeing today are because of long-term exposure. So because a chemical has been approved by the government does not mean it's necessarily safe for long-term use. If you watch some of the commercials that are out right now, they use guilt. You're a bad parent if you don't use these particular products. There is a problem right now with that idea that our government is taking care of us. At the end of the day, it's up to the consumer to be educated. We give people two options. One of them is we list some products that they can go buy, and we also give them recipes.
Options abound in the world of alternatives. Baking soda and water make a fine all-purpose cleaner. The same simple combination can clean your oven till it shines. And essential oil and water can replace those aerosol air fresheners.
The idea that you do have control over your home environment, that is one place where you can make a huge difference.
Even disinfectant can be made in the comfort of your own kitchen. It's easy and can save you money too. You can even buy healthy products. It's just that simple.
What we've seen, literally throughout history, that if one person changes their behavior, it affects other people's behavior. And eventually, you're going to have a critical mass of people who will then push our business community and our government to say, we don't want to live in this kind of chemical world anymore. So really it very much starts at home.